R. Kelly, the former R&B singer who 10 years ago was accused of urinating on the face of a 14-year-old female fan on camera but escaped prosecution due to the crooked nature of our legal system, finally pays the piper for his various crimes against children, and was sentenced to 30 years in prison Wednesday for sex trafficking minors. The chart-topping artist was among the most successful American musicians in the 1990s and 2000s, known for hits like I Believe I Can Fly. But as his public image soared, he exploited his vast access to young fans and aspiring artists at concerts, luring them into sex with little regard for their age. The multi-platinum singer was found guilty on 9 counts of racketeering and other crimes in September, after his federal trial in New York shed light on how he used enablers and sycophants to ensnare fans and aspiring artists while controlling their lives. The case was widely seen as a crucial milestone for the Me Too movement, representing the first high-profile trial since the national reckoning around sexual misconduct to feature a powerful man whose victims were primarily black women. The accounts added to the trial testimony of 11 accusers, 9 women and 2 men, who often told jurors that Mr. Kelly had inflicted severe sexual, physical and emotional abuse. Several testified that they were minors when he first had sex with them. Federal prosecutors wrote in their sentencing letter that Mr. Kelly has shown no remorse and for decades, exhibited a callous disregard for the effects of his abuse on victims. His actions seem to have been fueled by narcissism, and a belief that his musical talent absolved him of any need to conform his conduct to the law, they wrote in their argument for his sentence. Mr. Kelly, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, was first accused of having sex with underage girls in the 1990s, and his illegal marriage to the singer Aaliyah in 1994, who was 15 at the time, prompted questions about his behavior. A few years later, in 2002, Mr. Kelly was indicted on child pornography charges, but was acquitted in 2008 at a trial in Chicago. It was not until the #MeToo movement renewed scrutiny of his conduct that a new wave of charges arrived, and a conviction finally stuck in New York. In her sentencing letter, which was unsealed on Tuesday, Ms. Banjean, Mr. Kelly's lawyer, told the judge that prosecutors portrayed her client as a one-dimensional villain, undeserving of any measure of humanity or dignity, and that there is far more to the picture. At trial, Mr. Kelly's lawyers sought to frame his accusers as obsessive fans and opportunists who sought financial gain. But the jury ultimately believed the prosecution. The defendants' victims aren't groupies or gold diggers. They're human beings, Nadia Shihata, an assistant U.S. attorney, said at the end of the trial. Daughters, sisters, some are now mothers. And their lives matter. Hopefully, this marks a new trend where the elite are actually held accountable for their numerous crimes against children. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our many other topics on our channel. Thanks for watching.